Now we're ready to do the slab here of the hall area, and this is the way I'm going to do it. So I'm going to run a ground beam all the way around the outside, and that has two functions. One is that it'll stabilize the columns and the pads, and also provides a framework, if you like, to pour the slab in between. Okay, so I'm going to go into my structure and into beam, and I'm going to the drop down box here. So I'll pick a standard rectangular concrete beam. I'm going to duplicate this, and this one is going to be 1222 deep. Okay, so 400 by 1200, and I'll change the H figure here, which is 1222, and make sure I've got a. Okay, make sure I've got a. I don't want the concrete cast in situ. I want my HB. Concrete cast in situ. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I want this lifted up 100 mil above the ground level. So on the Z offset value here, I'm going to put in a positive figure of 100. Right. Now I'm going to go from intersection to intersection. And because it's a beam, it'll take into account that it's meeting another piece of structure and it won't overlap into that. And that's the advantage of doing this as a beam. And so on all the way around. And I'll just do this one here. Escape, escape. And let's take a look at that section. And there it is there. Okay, so it's 100 mil above the ground floor level there. Right, so what I'll do is now I'll go around and I'll place that beam in the whole way around. Now again, if you don't see the beam, it is because your graphic definition has gone from fine to coarse, so make sure that it's you're working in the fine most of the time there. Let's take a look at that in 3D. There it is there. Okay, so that's taking shape nicely. Now back into the ground floor plan, and we're going to do our slab here. And so I'm over to my architecture and into floor, and I'm going to choose one of these here. I'm going to choose this one. I've made this one up and I'll show you the structure of it. So you can pause there and correct that. You can see quite a deep hardcore here because I've just decided to go down a little bit lower. 50 screed. Don't know if a 50 screed is enough, to be honest with you. Maybe a 75 or even 100 screed might be better there. Definitely around a 250 reinforced concrete slab. 300 of insulation, a radon barrier, sand and hardcore. Okay, so that's roughly what I'm going to do here. I've changed this coarse fill scales color to that gray and solid fill, and now I'm just going to so I'll start off at here and put it all the way through. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my align tool to align those two edges there, and we will finish that. Okay, now let's take a look at the section 1 and over here. Now that's more or less what we're getting there. Okay, so I can bring that hardcore up a little bit if I wanted. Something akin to that. Now my radon barrier will come in top of the sand up here, and will be tucked in here, something like that. And depending on what we're going to do at the front here, we'll tie in something that will prevent any moisture leakage from getting in there. All right, so we now got our slab, our beams and our columns and our foundations in place. Next video is to do the slab in and around the ancillary buildings.